Ruben Amorim has once again found himself under intense scrutiny, as the aftermath of his dismissal from Manchester United continues to unfold in a way that few could have predicted so quickly. The Portuguese tactician, who arrived with a reputation for innovation and attacking football, is now facing renewed criticism as the club appears to be thriving without him. When Amorim was relieved of his duties, the decision sparked a wave of debate across fans, pundits, and analysts alike. Many believed that the club had acted too hastily, cutting short what could have been a long-term project. There were arguments that Amorim needed time to rebuild, to instill his philosophy, and to reshape the squad according to his vision. Supporters pointed to his previous successes and insisted patience would eventually yield results. However, the brutal nature of elite football rarely accommodates long waiting periods without tangible progress. In the weeks following his departure, the narrative began to shift dramatically. Michael Carrick stepped into the spotlight, initially viewed as a temporary solution rather than a long-term answer. Few could have anticipated the level of impact he would have in such a short space of time. Carrick's arrival has coincided with a remarkable run of form that has stunned observers. Winning 7 of his first 9 matches, he has managed to transform both results and performances. The immediate improvement has inevitably drawn comparisons with Amorim's tenure. Under Amorim, consistency proved elusive, with the team often struggling to string together convincing performances. Matches were frequently marked by tactical confusion and a lack of cohesion among players. In contrast, Carrick has simplified the approach, focusing on structure, discipline, and clarity. This shift has allowed players to perform with greater confidence and freedom. The difference in body language on the pitch has been noticeable. Players now appear more assured in their roles and responsibilities. Under Amorim, there were moments when uncertainty seemed to dominate. That uncertainty often translated into costly mistakes during matches. Carrick, on the other hand, has instilled a sense of stability. Stability, in football, often serves as the foundation for success. With that foundation now in place, Manchester United have begun to rebuild momentum. Each victory under Carrick has further strengthened belief within the squad. Confidence is a powerful force, and it has been growing steadily with every positive result. This resurgence has inevitably cast Amorim's struggles in a harsher light. Fans who once defended the former manager are beginning to reconsider their stance. Football is a game of fine margins, but results often dictate perception. Carrick's impressive record has made it increasingly difficult to justify Amorim's shortcomings. The contrast between the two managerial approaches has become a central talking point. Carrick's pragmatic style appears to suit the current squad far better. Amorim's tactical system, while ambitious, may have been too complex for immediate implementation. There were signs that players struggled to fully grasp his ideas. That disconnect can be damaging, particularly in a high-pressure environment. Carrick has bridged that gap effectively. By simplifying instructions and focusing on fundamentals, he has unlocked the team's potential. Several players who underperformed during Amorim's tenure are now thriving. Their resurgence has been one of the most striking aspects of the turnaround. It highlights the importance of man management in modern football. Carrick's communication skills appear to have played a crucial role. He has managed to build trust and rapport within the dressing room. That sense of unity was not always evident under Amorim. Reports during Amorim's time suggested a degree of frustration among players. Such tensions can undermine even the most well-thought-out tactical plans. Carrick has eliminated much of that friction. The dressing room now appears more harmonious and focused. Unity often translates into better performances on the pitch. The results so far suggest that this is indeed the case. Carrick's tactical flexibility has also been a key factor. Unlike Amorim, who often stuck rigidly to his system, Carrick has shown a willingness to adapt. Adapting to opponents and match situations is essential in the modern game. Carrick's in-game management has received widespread praise. His substitutions have frequently had a positive impact. Late tactical adjustments have turned difficult matches into victories. These are the fine details that often separate success from failure. Amorim, by contrast, was sometimes criticized for his lack of adaptability. That rigidity may have cost the team valuable points. As Carrick continues to deliver results, the narrative around Amorim continues to deteriorate. What once seemed like an unfortunate dismissal now appears increasingly justified. This shift in perception has been swift and unforgiving. Football rarely offers second chances when momentum is lost. For Amorim, the timing of his departure now looks less controversial. Instead, it appears to have been a turning point for the club. Manchester United now seem to have rediscovered their identity. There is a renewed sense of purpose and direction. Fans have responded positively to the change in fortunes. The atmosphere around the club has become noticeably more optimistic. Optimism is often a reflection of what is happening on the pitch. Carrick's influence has reignited hope among supporters. Hope that perhaps the club is finally moving in the right direction. For Amorim, however, the situation is far less encouraging. His reputation has taken a significant hit as comparisons continue to mount. Critics are now revisiting his tenure with greater skepticism. Questions are being asked about whether he was the right fit for the club. These questions are unlikely to fade anytime soon. Carrick's continued success only amplifies them further. Each passing match adds another layer to the narrative. The longer the positive run continues, the more difficult it becomes to defend Amorim's record. Football history is filled with examples of managers who struggled at certain clubs. Amorim may now find himself in that category, at least in this context. That does not necessarily define his entire career, but it does leave a mark. For Carrick, this period represents an opportunity to establish himself. What began as an interim role could evolve into something much more significant. His ability to maintain this level of performance will be crucial. Sustaining success is often more challenging than achieving it. However, the early signs are undeniably promising. Manchester United appear more cohesive, more resilient, and more effective. These qualities were not consistently present under Amorim. The contrast is difficult to ignore. Fans and pundits alike are now drawing their own conclusions. Many are acknowledging that the club's decision may have been the correct one. This realization underscores the unforgiving nature of football management. Decisions are judged quickly, and narratives can change overnight. Amorim's situation serves as a reminder of that reality. For Manchester United, the focus is now firmly on the future. With Carrick at the helm, there is renewed belief that better days lie ahead. The journey is far from over, but the direction feels clearer. And as long as the results continue, the shadow of Amorim's tenure will only grow longer in comparison.